Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to slow things down with a cloudy sunset over a bed of water, and we'll relax to some soft brush sounds along the way. So let's start off at the top of this cotton rag paper with cyan. Tracing around the loose pencil marks where I'm planning on adding the clouds. Continuing with the lower portion of the sky, right on the horizon, with cadmium yellow hue, a wonderful sunny colour. And we'll layer Indian yellow on that, warming those yellow tones up even more. And now some orange tones to add a bit of fiery energy to the sunset. There's going to be a large bed of water here. This could be a lake or the sea, any still body of water, take your pick. Somewhere calm enough to catch the colours of the sky. And we'll gently reflect those tones below. Okay, let's tackle these clouds next. We'll go in with cadmium yellow hue. My thinking here is that I'll mainly use the same colours that are banded across the sky, almost as if they're absorbing the sunset. Splash in some Indian yellow, splodge that about. And now some orange, allow that to diffuse into the base colours. That's given the clouds a bit of body. I'm going to grab a kitchen roll to blot out some paint. Lift out a few lighter areas where the tops of the clouds are catching the last of the sunlight. Right, let's get into the base of the clouds with a mix of indigo and violet. Start gently building up the dark areas to create some mood. I'm going to make these sing a little more with cadmium red hue. Quite a striking colour. And I'll splash some indigo beneath that. letting those cooler shadows play against the warmer colours, contrasting them for a quiet bit of drama. So now the clouds have been plotted out, let's reflect those colours into the water. We'll start with orange, loosely brushing that in. Drop a small amount of indigo into that. I think I'll add more cyan in. Sweep that into this new layer of paint. And a few splashes of cadmium red hue as well. Give a bit of personality. I want to add more colour to the topmost part of the sky. I feel like this area should be more pigmented, a deeper colour overall, and that might just help create a bit more depth and perspective. Blend that together. Randomly sweep in even more of that lovely cyan colour to stop the sky looking too uniform, and let that diffuse out. Okay, nice. Let's continue adding contrast by defining some of the sunlit edges of the clouds. Finding some of the areas that were blotted out earlier and enhancing them with white paint. And this darker area has really dried down, so we'll layer that up with a stronger mix of violet and indigo. Let's sweep in some white paint, keeping the brush fairly dry for this. Just a few soft glints of light dancing across the water's surface. We'll make the clouds even more vibrant with orange, adding that to the lower side of the clouds where they'll be absorbing the warm light of the sunset. I feel like we need a more defined horizon, so we'll use a nice deep indigo to paint in a strip of land. Taper that off to a point, and another strip of land opposite, keeping the centre open, allowing the water to flow straight through. Maybe we're in a little sailboat heading straight for it. Adventure lies beyond. And of course we'll need to reflect those landforms. Add in enough water to the indigo to loosen it up. Let's get that even wetter. Blend it out a little further. Deepen in the cyan now in the water, just like we did in the sky before. Add in more pigment to hopefully convey depth into the scene. Sweep that out. And I've got the urge to do a bit of finger painting. This is far from a precise way of working, but I think it creates nice organic marks, and it's sort of fun getting my hands dirty. I'll rub in some more white as well. And we'll finish this off by tracing around the clouds with cyan to give them a bit more of the bumpy cauliflower look that I'm going for here. Okay, let's leave it there. A cloudy sunset being reflected onto water. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.